for this Rabbitohs and Roosters game. Hey guys, how you going today on BK Sport? Here we are. The Roosters and the Rabbitohs have run out to the field, so it is time now to absolutely do one of our infamous smash outs of the team list, because we have to pump through them. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here. The Roosters are running out to the field. Let's do it. Alright, so the Rabbitohs, they come into this game in 8th position. The Roosters come into this game in 15th position. This is a 120-odd year rivalry that is going to be fiery tonight. This is a core stadium in Sydney. They're home of the Rabbitohs for now because they're trying to claim Allianz. Now, the Rabbitohs, Lachlan Hubner and Latrell Mitchell in. That's horn dog material because he's not fullback, he's centre. The out is Alex Johnson and Fletcher Myers. Big loss there of Johnson, though. He's a huge scorer on the wing, especially if he was outside of Latrell Mitchell. Fullback Jai Gray with the wingers Isaiah Tass and Mikhaili Ravalawa. Centers of Latrell Mitchell and Jack Whiten. The 5'8 Cody Walker with Jamie Humphries as the halfback. The front row forwards are Sean Kepi and Tavita Totola with the number 9 Peter Mumuzelis. The back row is Keon Kolomatangi and Jai Arrow with 13 being Lachlan Hubner. The interchange Jaden Sullivan, Siliva Havili, Talis Duncan and Davy Mawali with the 18th man replacement being Liam LeBlanc and the coach is Wayne Bennett. Rabbitohs are running out to the field. Let's punch through these Roosters players. You've got the ins of Connor Watson and Salesi Faketi with the outs being Mark Nwanganetawase and Victor Radley. The fullback is James Tedesco, who is the captain. The wingers Daniel Tupou and Dominic Young. Centers of Robert Toya and Billy Smith comes in. He's back. The 5'8 Sandon Smith and the halfback Chad Townsend. You got the props Lindsay Collins and Nafahu White with the number 9 being Connor Watson. Back row Angus Crichton and Siwa Wong. And the 13 is Nat Butcher. Interchange Zach Clay, Celeste Faketi, Blake Steep and Spencer Lenu with the 18th man being Hugo Savala and Trent Robinson as the coach. I'm tipping the Rabbitohs here. I think Latrell is going to be good in the centres and it's going to be an interesting game, 50-50. But guess what? I've still got time. They're out in the field. There's no kickoff yet. We smack through that shit. Gee whiz. If you don't need a like button for me, absolutely annihilating those team lists there. I don't know what else gets a like button. But thumbs up, subscribe. I'll take the Rabbits. Hopefully it's a good game. It's always a fiery one. This rivalry has been around since 1908, except for a couple of years, Rabbitohs fans. I'm sorry I had to say it. But it's been around since 1908. Let's hope for a good game after we've seen two fantastic games to start off the round. The two fantastic games in the Raiders versus the Sharks and also the Panthers versus the Cowboys. And if you're hearing me cough a little bit, it's because the chat, they donated before to make me eat some really spicy chips. So, you know, God help me. God help me. But gee whiz, I still got time. Oh my gosh. I just kicked back and put my feet up. Oh my gosh. And the Rabbitohs kick it off. So it is going to be the Roosters who start with the ball. Chad Townsend gets it in the in goal, gives it off to Nafahu White, who brings it out to the 10. Dazmate, oh, that's from before. Appreciate you. Fatui Halcia says hi. Robbo getting around, welcome. Breton says, Betrell, Gray, Bunnies head-to-head. Don't mind it. Don't mind it. How much you win, Breton? How much do you win, Breton? Come on. Come on, chop, chop. How much do you win, Brenton? Give me the honest number. How much do you win? Third tackle now at the 28 for the Roosters. Dazmate says, rivalry since 2002. Rabbitohs fans will hate that. Bob Bell says, hi, how you going? Good, man, except for my stomach after the chips. Because of the chat. Gee whiz, stomach's feeling it. Oh, knock on for the Roosters. On 4th tackle on the first set, Angus Crichton drops it. And the Rabbitohs will get the first attacking opportunity of the game here. But I'm going to right. It's been a great start this round. Last night, a last-ditch try from the Raiders to beat the Sharks. And then today, we've seen the Panthers just collapse, and they were up, and then they were down, and they scored at the end, but it was over the sideline. I tell you what, Panthers are worrying, dude. Who's more worrying, the Panthers or the Sharks right now? I'm taking both. Now I'm taking both. Also, no need to update the ladder because neither one of those two teams will go into the top 8 or the top 10 on the screen? No, top 9. Neither one of them will go into the top 9, so it doesn't really matter. So the ladder is correct despite there already being a game again today. So second tackle. Also, Adam Smart, please comment. Are you here? I saw your comment last time. Adam Smart, you here, Mr. 66-6? You here? Yeah. Yeah, banter me. Banter me, Warriors fan. Go on. Do a dance for me, Mr. Adam Smart. Out to the right, Jamie Humphries and Jai Gray taking down to the 15. 4th tackle. It would not surprise me to see Trell go over early here, the ex-Rooster. They go out. Peter Mumuzelis, 15 away. Here's Cody Walker. They can pass it across again. Here's Trell. Trell flicks it off to his eye, Tass. And Tass, he'll be taken down 10 metres away. Fit tackle. Fit tackle. 7 metres out. Trell 10 tries. Fraud watch. They are on fraud watch, the Panthers. And that's going to be a knock-on from the Roosters. So it's going to be Rabbitohs ball here at the 10. That's going to be a knock-on there from the Roosters. Adam Gia is the referee today. Harahani Wiparata says, where is Joseph Manu? He is closer to me than you. So I'm in India, you're in Australia, or you might be in New Zealand. He is currently in Japan. He's in Japan playing rugby union. He doesn't play for the Roosters anymore. Greater Second says, Trell Mid haven't lost an NRL game playing centre. Put your house on the Dragons. No. Hasn't lost an NRL game playing centre. Is this true? Is this true? Out to the left-hand side now. Here he goes. Dom Young could get intercepts. Yeah, knock on there from the Roosters. Well, no, it's a knock on from the Roosters. Stop it. Why are you even letting Dom Young run? He goes to the intercept. He knocks it up for himself. It would have been fine if he caught it, but nice and smart play there for the Rabbitohs to knock it, which means that it's a knock on. Hillbilly number 2 says, Billy Smith has a good game. Do you reckon he could hold a centre spot? No. I think they've got Mark Nwanga maybe over Toya. Yeah, maybe over Toya for sure. But Nwanga and Tawase will play centres for sure. But when you're talking about Toya is absolutely potential to be overtaken by Billy Smith. Rocky Sports is good to see Trell back at centre. Been calling it for years. I just don't think he's a fullback. I just never did. I think he tried to go the English route and it just didn't necessarily work out. Here's Trell. Ooh, taking down to the 10. First tackle now for the Rabbitohs. They go out to Sean Kepi. And Kepi is 5 metres away from the line, trying to get up quickly. Tedesco's got to be 6 again there. That's got to be a 6 again. Tedesco's got to be called there. There's no way he would have been square, and he had to be called for 6 again. Referee, you've got a lockdown of that. There's no way. So out the back, they give it off here to Vita Tatola. 2 metres away from the line. Roosters lost to the Titans well last week, and the Rabbitohs beat the Panthers well last week. Out to Jai Gray. Jai Gray steps. They're really trying to force this left side action, aren't they? You can tell early. They're really trying to force this left side action. They give it to Cody Walker. Cody Walker puts that ball up. That's got to be blocking off. Fair enough. So Roosters ball here at the 10. Dasmate says, a fact though, Trell Mid has never lost an Origin series. No, we don't talk about those facts. No, I don't know about that one. No. No, that doesn't benefit Queensland, so that fact is not fact. That's just an opinion. That's a perspective. You're entitled to your perspective. It's wrong. But my perspective is right in this situation, and those games didn't happen. They did not happen, no. I was really happy to see that they postponed the 2019 Origin Series to 2022, where Queensland won. It was really nice to see that. So fifth tackle now for the Roosters at the 40. You go for the Titans, don't you? I do, mate. They're flying, mate. If they lose to an 0-4 Dolphins team tomorrow, I'm crashing out on live stream, so you'd want to be here. Jai Gray with a good run takes it to the 25, first tackle. Jamie Humphries has come off the field for the Rabbits. Something's happened to Jamie Humphries here. That's huge. He looked okay, but he came off the field. It's good. That's right. Since 2019. Since 2000. What? Since 2019? He hasn't played much centre since... What? So it's going to be Rabbitohs. Oh, did he knock that ball on? No, they didn't call it on Trell. Cody Walker, he'll get this ball up to Kalamatangi. And Kalamatangi fit tackle at the 40. New South Wales Dynasty has started. Hashtag 1 in a row. Yeah, very good hashtag from New South Wales. Shows the education. Trell kicks that ball up high. Tough kick to take. But it will be taken by Tedesco. You know he's going to catch that. What I meant is Trell hasn't lost a game playing centre since 2019. No, I got that, but it's a very interesting stat considering he hasn't played much centre since 2019. But a penalty to the Roosters at the 20. Penalty to the Roosters at the 20. Jay, can you confirm for me whether he's just spamming for no reason or not? Like, is he saying, is there actually lag or? I want the drugs Bob is on. Bob no more. Let me guess. One dayer? Is it a one dayer, Jay? So 2 pop off to Billy Smith. They're at the 40. And it'll be Lindsay Smith. Lindsay Collins, sorry. We came for the Panthers game, so Lindsay Smith is in my head. But Lindsay Collins to the 45. Yeah, no, Daz, mate, you got to really stop talking these nonsensical facts that just aren't related to anyone's life in regards to New South Wales Origin. Billy Smith's away at the 30, the 25, the 20, taken down. Oh, he's lost the ball, has he? No, he's still got it. He's still got it. Third tackle now. And they go back out of the left-hand side. Well done. Sandon Smith with a try right next to the post. And the Roosters go over, and it's 4-0 here with a kick to come. 4-0 here with a kick to come. Shemi's fine, mate. No, 5 years. Oh, interesting. So try time for the Roosters, and they lead 4-0 pois. 4-0 pois. Jay forgot to tell me to refresh. So there you go. It's all Jay's and Sam's fault. It's always Skunkle's fault. Skunkle and Anthony Milford specifically. But Roosters up 4-0 with the kit to come. Try time, bing bong, mudda bish, Brocky says. Absolutely. Dasmo says the last time Trell players set on an NRL game was at a core stadium as well, and the Roosters were playing. Was it Rabbitohs Roosters? No. Last time Trell played set on an NRL game was at a core stadium as well, and the Roosters were playing. Was that for the Roosters, or are you talking about for the Rabbitohs against the Roosters? Someone says, I don't like how they moved the away bay to behind the post to put an advertising screen where it used to be. Now I can't see how many away fans there are. Well, this is hardly away, is it? But I get you. So what, are you talking about like a core, or are you talking about the Roosters in general have... Oh, no, you're talking about Rabbitohs specifically, yeah? Are you talking about Rabbitohs specifically? Or are you talking about the Chook Pen in general? Aguero second says, I want the power of mod. I promise I won't abuse my power ever. Well, every moderator donates $5,000 Australian per week. Yeah, so that's how much it costs to be a moderator over here. So, yeah, I think it was actually USD, sorry. No, my bad. Jay, just to confirm it, Dasmate and Sunday, you all paid USD, correct? Yeah. I think so. Dasmate says 2019 Grand Final. Oh, okay. Aguero, you don't even have a car license. No, it's okay. Yeah, I'm broke. Yeah, no, see, Sunday did go broke, paying that 5,000 USD moderator bill, and he's still having to pay it each week. So although he works and gets the money, he just basically puts my bank account on his like work form. So they just go straight into mine. So he's just working to be a moderator. So second tackle now at the 20, they go right to Nafahu White. Nafahu White's at the 30. Yeah, USD. I don't even think USD is the best value currency, is it? Isn't it like Saudi Arabia or something? Well, there's somewhere in the Middle East that has, knock on from the Roosters. Not Victor Radley. 13, normally. Ish. But Nat Butcher will knock it on. So it's going to be 10 minutes into the game. You guys hit that like button and subscribe. The Roosters knock the ball on and give the Rabbitohs an opportunity again. That gives the Rabbitohs the opportunity again here. Gee whiz, it's a big mistake considering they've had multiple knock-ons already. They have had multiple knock-ons already. Rabbitohs couldn't score last time, though. Sam supplies the good goods. He does. Marcel says, is it a new rule that the bunker can send someone to the bin after seeing something 2 sets before the play? Effectively, we have seen it before, but it is more of an emphasis now, yes. Especially with the crackdown this weekend in the game. Second tackle for the Rabbitohs at the 24, Sean Kepi. He'll be 15 metres out. Adam Smart says, I hope the Tigers, Manly and Knights get up over the Broncos, Storm and Dogs. Manly is probably less likely, but not out of the question. Yeah, no, I agree. Rabbitohs here. Number zealous. 3 metres out from the line, 4 tackle. I agree. And then the Titans beat the Dolphins. Then Titans go second. Beautiful. 6 again for the Rabbitohs, 2 metres away. They give it off into Cody Walker. Cody Walker off to Kolomatangi. Bit of a weird run, that one from Kolomatangi. But no, I agree, Adam. That's a penalty. Yep, that's a penalty for the Rabbitohs. But it's going to be just a 6 again, effectively, at the 10. Also, Adam, very smart comment from you about looking down the table at the Titans. Very interesting you would do that 24 hours away from our game. And also considering you haven't beaten us in multiple years. And the last time we played you was 66-6, even though you were heavy favourites. So really intriguing there. Also, whacked you to Anzac Day over in your own stadium, which was very interesting. Very, very interesting. Third tackle now to 3. So I'm not too sure Mr. Warriors fan should be talking too much smack. No! But Tavita Totola can talk smack because he's under the post. Bushka! Rabbitohs score under the post to basically tie the game because they will get the kick to make it 6-6. They will get the kick to make it 6-6. Adam Smart says, I've got to get the jabs. I love how I always get this. So on previous streams that I do, people comment saying, what is the final scoreline? Here's an idea. How about you go and skip to the end of it, and you'll see what the final scoreline is. Very, very crazy thought process there. Really interesting thought process. I would probably try that, but if not, just comment it on a stream that's not live anymore, and maybe someone might reply to you. They just did that on my Panthers and Cowboys stream. But Adam Smart, shoot those jabs, son. Do those jabs. 4-6 here, but it'll be 6-6 any moment now. We're seeing some high-scoring games this round. 12 points in the opening 12 minutes here. Well, we're seeing high-scoring first halves, actually, because it was 18-18 at half-time of the Sharks and Raiders game, and the final score was, 22-20? Or 20, 22-20, I think it was, or was it 24-20? Either way, it was a 2-point game, but it was a low-scoring second half. And the last game was 18-12 with the Panthers at half-time, and it ended, 24-18 or 20, I think it was 22-18. So low-scoring second halves, high-scoring first halves, and right now this is a high-scoring first half. Olivia says, Bulldogs might be getting a lot of supporters after the Panthers lost tonight. Why would... Oh, I get you, because... Why Bulldogs, though? Bulldogs and Penrith are very opposite. Oh, you're just saying bandwagoners, is that what you're saying? Bulldogs fans will hate when I say this, but they've still got a lot to prove. But they are doing very well. 18-20. Close enough. Sunday says, seem to happen a lot. Our defence in the middle is very vulnerable. As a Titans fan, I know. So does Tina. Second tackle now for the Rabbitohs at the 13, Sean Keppie. Sean Keppie. Yeah, I think so, Reed. What do you mean, Tony? Reed? Olivia says bandwagon. No, I got that. I figured that out in the end. Fourth tackle now for the Rabbitohs at the 40. Also, Olivia, did you win again last night? Usually when you give those $80 donos, you usually win on the... Is it like pokies or is it casino? Or usually it's like a percentage. So I'm assuming... Oh, that's going to bounce up beautifully. Wow, Dom Young. We wanted to let it go and bounce down. I'm okay with it, but it gets kind of caught out. Oh, Reed's your last name. Okay. Sorry, I assumed immediately that he was talking to someone's name who was just actual Reed. Or maybe he was a friend of Reed Marnie. Yeah. I've reapplied to his comment. Reapply. The fact that you said I've reapplied to his comment is why you are not a moderator. Fourth tackle now at the 40. Real Fan Sports says, yo, hello champion. How are you loving the ladder right now? Roosters get this ball off here to Billy Smith, and he'll be taken down at the 45. Fifth tackle. Rami and Teddy says Panthers did no good before. No, they didn't do... I found the fall from Sandon Smith there, so it's going to be Roosters who give the ball to the Rabbitohs at the 40 on the Rabbitohs side of the field. Bad mistake there from Jack Whiten, who went for the kick, and it goes out of bounds. Panthers didn't do too well before Rami and Teddy. They're missing Fisher Harris in the middle. They're missing Luai as the 5'8". They're missing Edwards in the fullback, who's actually still playing for their team, unlike the other two guys. Toruova's not a big loss, but then again, Casey McLean cost them the game by not passing the ball on multiple occasions. So, Toruova probably passes in that situation, but again, Toruova's a winger. But Casey McLean came into the centres. I don't know. I'm not convinced on Casey. I think he was very selfish in that game and actually cost the Panthers the win in the end. Keon Kalamatangi, he's 30 metres out. So, the Panthers have got to do a bit of soul-searching despite winning 4 premierships in a row. They've got to do a bit of soul-searching right now. Because I don't think Cleary was bad. I think he was manipulating the defence really well. Fourth tackle here. 18 metres out. They give it off here to Cody Walker. Then to Jai Gray. Jai Gray steps inside. They're 8 metres away from the line. Fifth tackle. And they go short side. Trell goes himself. Try time for Trell. The first try back. He will score in the centre. And that was a tough run. So it's 10-6 to the Rabbitohs with the kick to come. 10-6 to the Rabbitohs with the kick to come. And Latrell Mitchell will score for the Rabbitohs to make it 10-6. Remy and Teddy says, I get it. Only Cleary is the best person on the team. No, Isaiah is still very good, but he hasn't been hitting it as he has previously. Dylan Edwards is fantastic when he was the fullback, but he's not there right now. Brian To'o was also out, which they would have probably won. Brian To'o was playing because Casey McLean was his replacement effectively, and McLean unfortunately had a pretty poor game in regards to some actions that he was making. They've got a good team there still, man. It's just not clicking right now, and I feel like they just don't have a leader in the forward pack. Like a big-time leader, like a Fisher Harris, a mongrel leader. Liam Martin's great in the back row, but you need a prop to be that mongrel leader. Oh, maybe no try. They're going to go to the bunker. Maybe. Grounding they're looking at here. Or maybe he's lost that ball. I think... Can we slow that down a bit more? I'd like to have a look at this again. Oh, they've just called knock on straight away. Oh, they said Trell knocked it on. That's interesting. Like, I'm okay with it because you kind of see that it might have gone down his arm. I wouldn't say that's as guaranteed as they've gone as quick as they have, but I would like to see a different angle, but sure. Blaze can't handle the heat. What have I done? What? Real Fan Sports says don't want to talk about it. What's up, Jay? Oh, Jay says, G'day, RFS. Hope you're well. You missed out on Blaze eating some so-called hot spicy chips. Oh, you shut. Hey, Real Fan Sport, if you want to go and check it out, at halftime, that's a penalty to the Roosters here at the 38. So it's a no try, by the way, 6-6. So I had to eat these ghost pepper Korean chili flavored snacks, and I wasn't originally meant to do this because I was just going to have them after the stream, but I said, yeah, it does slip out. So I would have liked that angle before, but I just said I've got these, I'm going to eat them afterwards, and then someone was like, eat them now, and I was like, no, I'm not doing it unless it's like a $10 dono, and then we ended up getting like $50 donos. And then Olivia slapped in a 81, and then Brocky goes, eat the whole packet straight away, so he gives me $150, so I have to eat the whole thing, and I nearly died at halftime. I nearly died on stream at halftime of the Panthers-Cowboys game. So I'm telling you, if you think I was lying, you can see my eyes are fine now. They weren't fine then, and my throat was gone, dude. My sinuses are super clear now, too. And now they're telling me to go and get some spicy curry thing tomorrow and do the same thing. You guys are off your rock. You're trying to kill me on stream. Right outside of the Roosters, James Tedesco. James Tedesco's lost the ball. Rabbitohs will get the ball at the 5-7. So it's going to be at the 10 now. Troy Fitzsimmons says, hey bro, the Warriors and Bulldogs have a bye this week. There's only one team with a bye. It is the Warriors. The Bulldogs play the Knights on Sunday. Real Fan Sports says, are they that bad? It's like they're not like right in your face like they kill you, right? They're not like brutal, but when you're streaming and commentating and whatnot, you have to talk, and it hits you here. Not the lower part or the middle part of your throat, but inside like the top part. It whacked me, dude. So like every time you try and speak or it would make you cough, like it pained there, and then it really started to whack late on the tongue. So it wasn't like anything that I couldn't handle normally, but here, it sent me shockwaves, especially just having to scoff them all down because of damn well Brocky Sports. Matabish! How dare you, Brocky? Unbelievable. Third tackle out to 20. And it's a penalty of the Rabbitohs. A lot of penalties coming in this game. Oh, Biffo! Biffo! Trell, throw one! Nat Butcher, give him an uppercut with your left. Not even just, I don't know why I did a hook. But Real Fan Sports says, we used to do teaspoons of ghost pepper hot sauce for $20 donos. Definitely don't miss doing that. Well, I've got to do this thing for the chat tomorrow now where I go and get some spicy curry or whatever for one of the games tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. With that being said, it's good entertainment. It's a bit of fun. This may be a Bidney. They're like slowing. They're having a look. No, it's just on report. It's just on report. $300 the really spicy curry. Oh, dude. Oh, God, I'm going to have a tough day tomorrow, mate. I'm going to have a tough day tomorrow, that's for sure. The thing is, though, is that the donos they help me out greatly in regards to the travelling of India and Vietnam and Thailand and whatnot, and to put better content onto specifically BKRtravel. So, like, I'll do it, but it's like, God help my soul, man. Rabbitohs with the ball at the halfway point. So, like, for the donos, like, I'll do it because it helps out fantastic, but God help me tomorrow, man. Second tackle at 42. Real Fan Sports says, you're going to die. Mate, masochist in this chat. Third tackle here at the 30. I really don't know what's a bin, what's not. I don't know either, Andrew. It's very up in the air. Left-hand side, Cody Walker. They give it off here to Sullivan. Jaden Sullivan taking it up to 15. So Jamie Humphries might have something real wrong with him. I hope he doesn't. Touch wood. God bless. And it's going to be Rabbitohs taken down 8 metres away now. Fifth tackle. I'd eat anything for $300, and I mean anything. Seek help. Cody Walker, 6 again, they called, but it's going to be kicked. And Roosters knock on anyway, but it's going to be, no advantage. So it wasn't a knock on, but there's no advantage from the 6 again call. It was called quite late, so it's going to be Rabbitohs ball here at the 10. So it's a penalty. Funny that, because that's what the Titans should have gotten, by the way, against the Raiders last year. But Aguero second said, I'd eat anything for $300, and I mean anything. Listen. I can think of plenty of things that I'm not eating for $300. Plenty. Plenty. So Rabbitohs now 5 metres out from the line. Andrew says, how about if the Titans lose, you eat the curry without donos? How about you shut your dirty mouth when you're talking to me? So it's going to be Sean Kepi taken down to the 3. I am thinking about doing, like, if the Titans lose, like, doing a haircut or some shit. I have been thinking about doing that. Out to Latrell Mitchell. He's 5 out, gives it off to his eye task with an offload, and he'll be taken down 5 metres away. What was that by Trell? Did he make that tackle on his own player? 3rd tackle. They give it out to Keon Kolomatangi. He's 10 metres away from the line. 4th tackle now. 20 minutes gone in the first half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Rabbitohs give it out to... is it... Who's the 13? Oh, Lachlan Hubner. 5th tackle at the 3. Out to Sullivan. Sullivan across dry. Grey Jack Whiten will take it down to 5. Awful attack there from the Rabbits. Eat the dodgiest street food you can find. No, that will not be happening for $300 because you have no idea how disgusting that is. Daniel Tupou taking it down to the 8. Daniel says, how's it not a sin bin? We don't know what sin bins are nowadays. Olivia says, the $80 I sent was just for you to eat the chips I have a bet on for the Titans game. What's your bet, Olivia? What do you got on? I appreciate that, by the way. Elguero Second says, as a 16-year-old, having $300 on my card would be lovely. That's fantastic, mate, but I could tell you some diabolical things that I can promise you $300 is not worth it for. $300 is not worth eating some kinds of street food here in India. 4th tackle here at the halfway point. I promise you, dude. Dom Young gives it off into Nafahu White. There are things that you wouldn't even eat for $1,000 here in India. I promise you. 5th tackle here at the 38. Doesn't matter if you're a 7-year-old with needing of a bank account, money in the bank account. That's out the full again from the Roosters. That's twice in the first 21 minutes that the kicks have gone out in the full from the Roosters. That's twice now. Well, then in Australia. No, but I can think of things that you wouldn't. $300, like in the grand scheme of things, man, like $300 is a lot, but it's not much. Trust me, when you're young, $300 sounds like an insane amount. But it's like, it's a big amount, but it's not going to last you for months, right? So you've got to think, would you like to get sick for weeks and weeks and weeks for $300? Probably not, man. Probably not. Man, you were very... like, if you had a YouTube channel, you're done. Jai Gray taken down at the 25, 3rd tackle. Just trust me, bro. Just trust me. So out to the right, Cody Walker, then to Hubner. Hubner runs it himself, 4th tackle at the 24. That's exactly what I was thinking, Jay, but I just didn't want to voice it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Out the back, I wanted to say that, I just didn't want to voice it. 5th tackle now at the 13. They give it out to the left. Cody Walker kicks it through. And I think this has been touched by the Roosters. Here. $300 gets you a month worth of Redskins. I haven't had like one of those Redskin lollies for years. Do they still exist? Do they still exist? I haven't had one of those in a long time, like 20 years. I probably would have been in primary school the last time I had one of those like Redskin things. Alright, so it goes through. Cody Walker kicks it down. What are we looking at here? Oh, it touches Chad Townsend there anyway. Yeah, if Latrell knocks this ball on, there's a problem, but I don't think he does. But Tedesco touches it there. Yeah, it's going to be a dropout. It's more talk about actual food, but you're right, I wouldn't eat poo. Well, feces is actually a delicacy in certain countries. Fun fact for you. No, not here, but like certain animal feces is a delicacy in countries. So just be aware. Oh, for gosh sake. It's just going to be Rabbitohs ball to 10, but like the kicking game with the Roosters today has been absolutely horrific. They're now called Red Rippers. Is this true? They're called Red Rippers. Oh, is this because they're claiming the racism thing like the Washington Redskins, now the Washington Football Club or Commanders? Is that the same reasoning? Is that why they've changed it from the Redskins to Red Rippers? So 5 metres out here, 2nd tackle. Is that actually the reason? Second tackle, they go out to... I don't even know who that was. Jai Gray now, 3 metres out, same reason. Third tackle now. There's actually a big, like, protest, not protest, but a lot of people want that Redskins name back for Washington. Rabbitohs now taken down 5 metres away. Tallis Duncan with the ball. 6 again for the Rabbitohs. You have to score here. You've had bucket loads of opportunity. Oh! Big hit there. Jaden Sullivan taking it down to the 4. Then out to Mumbles Ellis. To Vita Totola. He's already scored under the post today. 3 metres away now. 3 metres away. Mumbles Ellis out to Duncan. Duncan runs the ball. Can't get the offload away. He's 4 metres away. Third tackle. Roosters defense better than last week right now. Out to Jairo. Latrell Mitchell. Special little flick underneath the legs there. But Tass does get caught out 8 metres away. Yeah, we're talking Redskins to the NFL. But also the lollies is what we're talking about. Real Friend Sports. Tallis Duncan again with another run. He's not really doing too much with his runs, though. 5th tackle, 5 away. Out to Cody Walker. Jai Gray kicks it through. I think Dom Young's offside. It's an accidental offside. It's an accidental offside. Dom Young's going to run away and score, but I'm telling you, I think this is an accidental offside. It's going to be offside. Dom Young can score this try, but it's going to be offside. So I could win $408. You boys better win 13 plus. Hey, Olivia, if we don't win tomorrow against an 0-4 Dolphins team at home, I'm going to blow up the Lux. I'm going to crash out on stream. Do you hear me? You hear me? I'm saying it. I'm saying it loud and clear. We lose that game tomorrow to an 0-4 team, I'm crashing out. So they go left. So let's see if Dom Young's in front of him. Yeah, he's in front of him. It's an accidental offside. It's Rabbitohs ball at 10. Don't even know why. Yeah, Adam G letting it play is fine. I'm okay with him letting it play, but it is a no try. But you've got to remember as well with Washington Redskins, right? Cleveland Indians also had to change their names to Cleveland Guardians for the exact same reasons. He's about 3 metres in front of him. Like, he's about 3 metres. Real Fan Sports says, what is crazy about that is the Native American community is actually petitioning. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the one. Petitioning to bring the name back. I know a bunch of natives that stopped supporting the team because of name change. Yeah, so they're going to go up to the bunker now and call no tries. He'll be Rabbitohs Sport at 10. I know about that. I don't think Cleveland Guardians are thinking to change their name back to the Indians, but I know that Washington are thinking about changing their name back to Redskins. Or they're not thinking about it, but there's petitions and stuff, yeah. Desmond says the crazy thing is the people that's meant to be offending are actually the ones that are pushing for the name change back to Redskins. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just virtue signalers, man, that want everything changed. It's just virtue signalers. Hillbilly says it's not the most offensive candy. There used to be candy cigarettes called... Yeah. I can't really say that name on here because YouTube will probably demonetize me, but I know. And there's also the cheese that used to start with C. Jay says it's a Spanish slur, apparently, Andrew, or something like that. Oh, what did Andrew say? Huh? What are you talking about? I can understand the Indians. Why? Why can you understand the Cleveland Indians? Why do you care when they don't? Why do you care when they don't? David says, Cats doing well against the Demons down at Cardinia Park. Get around to Catters. First tackle out the 10. Oh, Chicos. They're not called Chicos anymore. Why? What's the reason behind Chicos? They're like a Chico roll. Is that what we're talking about here? Second tackle, even the Rabbitohs 3 metres out. Peter Mumbles Ellis. He goes back himself. Ooh, taken down. Third tackle. Good tackle by Nat Butcher there. And they flick it out to Duncan. Rabbitohs attack hasn't been like fantastic today so far. Koloma Tungi. And taken down 2 metres away. Please copy and paste, Jay. Please copy and paste. Short ball! Oh, dude. Mawali, half a minute short. Oh, it's a racist slur in Spanish. Oh, fair enough. Jaden Sullivan. Oh, crunched. Crunched on fear. Angus Crichton says, how's your mother? How you going, son? Angus Crichton says, get that India, son. They couldn't come up with a better name than the Guardians. Describes Cleveland sports teams for you. Mate, no one surely could ever forget, if you're a baseball fan, Cubs, Indians, 2016. Called Cheekies now. Is that true? Tanner says, so the ref called it a try, meaning he thought he wasn't offside, so Dom should have got tackled and we could have played on. No. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, if Dom got tackled, it would have been fine. So that's a penalty of the Roosters here at the 28. You're right, Sundo. But Dom's not going to realise that he's offside, so he's going to try and score. And that's why it's like, yeah, okay, he scored, but it was always going to be called for a no try. But yeah, if he hadn't have run the length, he would have been tackled at the 50 or the 40 or the 30, and it would have been play on. Yeah. So the Roosters get this ball to the 45 on the Rabbitohs side of the field. And it says, no, I don't ultimately care. I was just saying if it was a problem, but if they don't, I don't. Exactly right. So first tackle now at the 39. Unfortunately, society nowadays is so difficult to read. It's so difficult to read. Because a lot of the people that have the problem aren't the people that it's actually meant to be offending. Second tackle at the 30. They give it to Sandon Smith, but people want a reason to be upset. Because a lot of life you get upset, so people want to find a reason to be upset, even if it's got nothing to do with you. Third tackle now at the 20. And you can look at pretty much any avenue to find a way to get upset for something. Chad Townsend, 13 metres away, fourth tackle. I'd say the Rabbitohs have had the better ball in this first half. They've just not been able to do anything with it. Sandon Smith to Billy Smith, and then it'll be taken down to the 13. Too many Smiths on the team. Josh Burns, hello, sir. And it'll be Daniel Tupou off to Sandon Smith. A decent kick in a good area. Knock back. Drop out. Yeah, it's going to be a drop out for the Rabbitohs. Try find some fun piot to eat. Nothing such as delicious Indian potatoes. Fun piot or piot. That sounds Vietnamese. Like the fun or fun is Vietnamese. Piot. That doesn't sound Indian to me. Didn't Fantails change something as well, or they discontinued now? I don't know, but Fantails used to be awesome. So Trom Mid here for the dropout. He's always good with these short ones. And as I say that, it will not go... Oh! It did go the 10, but they just didn't kind of wait for... Oh, it's in a touch! Oh, yeah, of course it's Rabbitohs' ball! I told you, Trell's good at those short dropouts. It didn't go the 10, but then it bounces across the 10. So the Roosters aren't allowed to go and touch it because it's short of the 10. But then it bounces beautifully where the Rabbitohs get the ball at the 15. Mikhail says, hey, mate, who wins this one? I'm taking the Rabbits, but they haven't been stunning on attack. They've had a lot of the ball. Like, you go and have a look at the stats of this one. You go and have a look at the stats here. And I would say there's probably like 55% Rabbitohs. 62% possession of the Rabbitohs. How it's 6-6 is beyond me. It tells you the Roosters' defence has been solid, but also the Rabbitohs' offence has been really quite poor. With that being said, though, the Roosters were tied at halftime last week with the Titans, and then the Titans came over the top of them strong in that last 20 minutes to win 26-6, or 26-12. What was our score, Sunday, last week? I can't remember. All I know is we scored like 26 points, but like the Titans just pulled away late from them. Jai Gray underneath to Jack Whiten. And Jack Whiten will be taken down to the 45 for tackle. 10 minutes to go the first half. Thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget, we'll be live for, at very minimum, Titans versus Dolphins tomorrow. And also Broncos Tigers. I may be going in the morning to get the spicy chili and whatnot. Oh, left-hand side. Rabbitohs are away. Cody Walker at the 35. They kick it down to about the 5 where Dom Young will get it then off to James Tedesco. Good take by Cody Walker following through and then Saliva Havili over the top. So I may not do Dragons Eels because that game is going to make me want to headbutt a wall. But the other two games I will do. But because we've got this new thing now where I basically die on stream to eat stupid stuff for donos, I will have to do that in the morning. Because 9:30 a.m. is the start of the first game for me over here. And I don't want to wake up early to watch Dragons Eels, to be completely honest with you. So I'll do 7 out of 8 games this week. 26-12. Okay, thank you, Tony. So it's going to be Jai Gray. Brings this ball from the 20 to the 30. He's going out to the left. 35, taken down. Mikhail says, I agree they've been poor on attack, but how is these two benches? What do you mean by how is these two benches? 50 cents worth of mixed lollies and you were king all day. I remember the old tuck shop. For me, like, I remember you could get like 50 cent or 5 cent lollies. That's a penalty. Oh, no, they're called knock on. Saliva Havili wants to challenge it. I don't know. He's claiming 2 in the tackle strip. I don't think they're going to challenge it. It's a bad mistake. So let's have a look here. Spencer Lenny had his hand on it. He did take his hand off it, though. I don't know. I think that would have been an unsuccessful challenge, but Lenny kind of does have an impact on that. Nelson says 4:38 where I'm at. 4:38? Where are you? Where are you? Where would be 4:38 right now? I'm in India and it's 3 o'clock p.m. But where are you right now? To be 4:38, is that America? First tackle for the Roosters at 50. Olivia said, I used to sell chocolates from a chocolate box. Dude, I used to do that and we would eat most of them. But we'd still have to pay for them because it was a charity box, those ones. I was the shit back then. Yeah, and the coconut rough ones, the coconut like chocolate bars, they would sell out like that. But you'd do that for like charity, but you'd end up like paying for most of the chocolates and you'd walk around knocking on people's doors. Nowadays, it'd make me sick to send my child to go knock on people's doors. I wouldn't allow it, to be fair. Forward tackle at 25. 2:40 a.m. where I am. You're a liar, Sundo. 10 metres out, even the line. No, it's tackle. Fit tackle at the 10. Well, where are you then, Sundo? No, are you in Vegas now, are you? Are you in Vegas? Oh, he might be in New York then. That might be the time slot. That's a knock on there, I think, from the Roosters. It'll be Rabbitohs bought the 10. Are you in Vegas for the WWE or whatever? Is that on now? I remember you telling me about it. David says, you're looking forward to Battle of Brookvale on Sunday. Could be another Biffo, hopefully. We haven't really seen a Biffo there for about 13, 14 years, but since the Battle of Brookvale. But I'd love to see it. Unfortunately, players know that they can't fight anymore. $1 big-ass koala bears. Oh, yeah, those ones. Are you in Vancouver? Okay, he might be in like Chicago or something, yeah. But aren't you going to Vegas? Or is Vancouver where this WrestleMania thing is on? I don't know. I remember you telling me something about WWE. And there'll be Tallis Duncan at 30. Rabbitohs are really missing Jamie Humphries right now. And penalty for sure against the Roosters. Yeah, it's the right call. It's the right call there. Unfortunately, Rabbitohs made a really stupid mistake there. This is random. I can't wait to sleep in tonight. Thank you for letting us know that. We definitely didn't ask, but we do appreciate you commenting. Yeah. No, it is in Vegas, yeah. So I know Sundo is going to Vegas. He just must be in Vancouver now. So Sundo, I don't know how long you've been in Vancouver, but what you'll notice is that in Vancouver, there's two halves of the city. So I've been to Vancouver. One half is very nice and established, and there's good food, and there's good people and whatnot. The other half is just drug-impacted galore. And it's kind of, I've been screamed at, and this is going to be a penalty to the Rabbitohs. They might go for the 2 here. I've been screamed at by drug addicts coming at me with just random shit. So just be careful on that side of the city, but this side of the city is always good. That's a high tackle. It's a correct call against Tedesco. It's a correct call against Tedesco. I'd go for the 2 here from the Rabbits. You're right in front. You know what? Have a good sleep, agreed. Aguero, you mean? Yeah, they will go for the 2. Well, I don't disagree with it. Why are you so surprised with them going for it? I don't... Why? To go up 8-6? I know that there's an issue from last night, but I don't understand why there's such a big issue here from the commentary that they're taking the 2 here. Usually they're the ones who are circle jerking the thought process of going for the 2. Can you imagine Blaze commentating WrestleMania? He could call it like Gorilla Monsoon. I have no idea what that means, but I just wouldn't have the excitement that you want, man. I don't care about it as much as you guys would. It's not me shitting on it. I'm just saying I wouldn't care about it as much. Seen a bit of drug use. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop, man. So it will be... Vancouver has a pretty large homeless problem. So it's going to be 8-6 here to the Rabbitohs. They will score and take the lead with 5 minutes to go in the first half. Jay says, is it bad of me to want the Roosters to lose so I can watch that bloke have another dummy spit in his reaction vid? Am I a mean person? Are you talking about Hainsey's vlog? Did he have a dummy spit about the Titans game, did he? Oh, no, you're talking about Patrick Gillespie. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, Patrick Gillespie. I was so close to calling that out on Instagram and saying, like, why don't you focus on your team and stop insulting the Titans when we just whooped you in your own home ground. I was close to doing it, but I thought I'd give him a rest. It's like, it's not worth my time. He's a good bloke, he's passionate about it, but if you're going to start saying, we lost to the Titans, and start taking the piss out of our club to make yourself feel better, I'll call you out straight away and I'll say, get a grip of yourself. Because, like, at the end of the day, Titans may lose to teams that have been a lot worse than us, even in, like, years when we came 8th and 9th and whatnot, but I'd never say only because at the end of the day, they were better than us. The Tigers last year, they got the wooden spoon. They had two wooden spoons in a row before that. We go down there as heavy favourites and we lose 18-10 or whatever it was. It was disgraceful, but it was our fault. It was our problem, not the Tigers' problem, so I'm not going to sit there and say, only the Tigers. So, yeah, that's kind of my thought process. Rabbitohs, but I didn't have a great... 6 again they've called here. Rabbitohs bought the 40. Really? Wow. We don't get a Ricky blow up this week. No, he would have blown up if they had lost, but I don't think that the refs were as bad as people are making out. I think people are looking for excuses. I just don't think they liked the bin when it's like they warned us about the bin all week long. So if they hadn't warned us, I would have been pretty upset about the bin, but based on the fact they warned us all week long that the bins were going to come, that's why I didn't mind the bin as much as other people have. So the Rabbitohs now 5 minutes out, and more people are going to back in the Raiders and the Sharks, to be fair. 5th tackle at the 5. Oh, no, sorry, 4th tackle at the 5. Cody Walker knock on. I tell you what, the Rabbitohs have been absolutely pathetic in attack today. They've been pathetic in attack. Pathetic in attack. Robert says, we don't get... That's right. I think it's still an ISO or ICU. It's like, it shouldn't have been that much of a surprise. Like, the Titans were underdogs, but not like significant underdogs in that game. And, you know, the Roosters were dreadful. And well, they haven't been good all season long, sorry. So I'm just putting my phone on charge here. Hold on. Well, this one's close as well. Yeah, we've had 3 close games so far this round. Still 42 minutes to go this game, but we've had 3 close games so far this round. Walker shut himself. Oh! Billy Smith rocked by Saliva Havili. And you can tell Saliva's proud of that one. You can tell Saliva Havili was proud of that one. 3rd tackle now. Oh, sorry, 2nd. I get the offload away. Tedesco, 45 metres out from his own line. What's the wildest thing you've seen in India so far? Oh man. How long you got? 3rd tackle. How long you got? Roosters, short ball. They're away. Oh, no. It's going to be a penalty to the Rabbitohs. A minute 49, so it's going to be, I guess, an obstruction, I guess. But the Rabbitohs have a penalty at their own 35. They'll get inside the attack enough. Technically, if you want to go for a field goal, you can, but you'd only be up by 3. If you get a penalty, then you go for the 2, make it by 4. You get a try, massive. That's a huge kick to about the 25 or so. Wow. They've gone from their own 38 to the 25 on the Roosters side of the field. No, I haven't heard the commentary say what's up with Humphreys, Hillbilly. And it's also better for you guys to listen now to that if you also are hearing the commentary on 9 or Fox Sports. Because I kind of just use this as a... I go in and out. So they may have said something, but I just haven't heard it. And there's no guarantee. So 2nd tackle, 13 metres away here for the Rabbitohs. And they've knocked it on again. Cody Walker, get a grip of yourself. Cody Walker, get a grip of yourself, man. You're meant to be the experienced guy. I'm going to take that back. It wasn't Cody Walker. It was Saliva Havili. Dom Young out to the right-hand side. To be fair, Cody's been not good today either. So he still needs to get a grip of himself. But it wasn't Cody in that one. So Dom Young now is at the 35, then the 40. I'll reply to your comment more legitimately at halftime, Robbo, by the way. Siwa Wong gets off all the way to Tedesco. Tedesco at the 40. Oh, he slips over. 30 seconds left here. Do you consider a 2-point field goal? Do you consider it? No. They go out to the left. And now they're 20 metres away, 3rd tackle. What do you do here? Do you go for the try? You could have thought about the 2-point field goal. They go out to Sam Smith, and he'll be 10 metres away from the line, 4th tackle. Connor Watson. He goes to Chad Townsend. Townsend kicks it up. Dom Young out in the wing here versus Itas. They knock it backwards. Don't let Dry Gray pick it up. It's still Roosters' ball. It's the siren's gone. And that's a knock on. Rabbitohs can pick it up. They can run. They're taking it down to the 20. And that was weird. South's trying to score negative points, Quick Joint says. Well, look, the attack is pretty appalling from both teams in this game so far, specifically the Rabbitohs, considering how much ball they've had. The Rabbitohs are leading at halftime, which they'll take, but also possession-wise, they'd better damn well be leading. If the possession stats I'm about to tell you, you'd better be damn well leading with those possession stats. But let's get into some of these stats at halftime. Then I'm going to run to the bathroom afterwards. So Olivia's manifestation was correct. And then we'll see what you guys are saying. Obviously, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Andrew says, who's worse, Power or South? I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because one team is in 17th right now without a win. So, possession-wise, 59% for the Rabbitohs, 41% for the Roosters. They have had an entire 5 minutes more with the ball, and it's only 8-6. So that tells you a big sign there that it's not great from the Rabbitohs at all. 59% is a whopping amount of possession. The completion rate, 83% here for the Rabbitohs. You wait and hear what I'm about to say. 83% for the Rabbitohs with 20 from 24 completions. That's a very good completion rate. I want you guys in the chat to guess right now what's the Roosters' completion rate. I want you to guess to me right now in the chat what the completion rate is for the Sydney Roosters. Rabbitohs should be horrified that it's only 8-6 right now. They should be horrified. Andrew says 70%. Anyone else? Anyone else got a guess to me? 70% for Andrew. From Andrew. Brocky Sports says 60%. Lag Ballsex says 46%. You're a muppet. Hillbilly number 2 says 67%. They are at 57%. 8 from 50. 53%. They've gone down. They're at 53% now. They were at 57% when I was talking about that. They're now at 53%. They're 8 from 15. They are 8 from 15. 53%. That is awful. That is possibly the worst you've seen all year long. And we've seen some bad completion rates. For example, Brett Neslick's Novocastrians against the Tigers. But they still won that game against the Tigers. 53% is absolutely diabolical. Now, in regards to the attacks, and what's worse about that is that the Roosters have 8 from 15 completions and they're only losing by 2 to the Rabbitohs, who have had 83% completions and have had way more time with the ball because of all those errors. So this is not a good look for either of these two teams right now. Not a good look. But it is a positive sign for the Roosters' defence. And I will say, if they stopped these errors, their average set distance for the Roosters is 43.11. That's really good. And the Rabbitohs is 33.84. That's not good because you need to be averaging at minimum 35. So 43.11, the Roosters are dominating the middle with their forwards when they have the ball at 43.11. Through about 40 less runs for the Roosters, they're only down by about 150 metres through 40 less runs. That's like the Rabbitohs are not playing well here, but the Roosters are just making so many errors that are allowing the Rabbitohs to have the ball, but the Rabbitohs are doing absolutely nothing with it. Can the Rabbitohs run away with this like the Titans did against the Roosters last week? Sure, but this Roosters team is showing real significant signs of a bottom 4 team. But even more specific is that the Roosters are showing real significant signs that their defense is still quite decent, but their offense is absolutely awful with Sandon Smith and Chad Townsend. And do I think Sam Walker comes back from an ACL and is their saving grace? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think there's a lot of issues in this Roosters team. But the Rabbitohs, I think they're missing Jamie Humphries from that early injury or whatever happened with him. Post-contact meters, 267 for the Rabbitohs, 203 for the Roosters. That is with about 40 less runs than them now. It's updated. 40 less runs. Only 64 the difference in post-contact meters. That's not good for the Rabbits. Line breaks, 2-1, Roosters' way. Tackle breaks, 15-13, Roosters' way. 3.38 seconds on the play-the-ball speed for the Roosters. 3.48 seconds for the Rabbitohs. I'm telling you, if the Roosters stop knocking the ball on, they win this game, and they win this game in a canter. If they stop making mistakes with the ball, they would win this game in a canter. Offloads, 5 to the Roosters, 4 to the Rabbitohs. This is with 41% of the ball. How are the kick defusal for the Rabbitohs is 0%. I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. Roosters at 60%. Defensive attack effective tackle percentage. Rabbitohs are at 84.56%. 84.56%. 126 tackles made for 15 missed tackles is crazy. And the Roosters are at 92.98%. They're doing really well defensively. 212 missed tackles made for 13 missed tackles. Let's clarify this for you. The Rabbitohs have made 126 tackles. The Roosters have made 212. So that is about a 90 tackle gap. The Rabbitohs have missed more tackles. The Rabbitohs have missed more tackles than the Roosters with a 90 tackle gap. That is insane. The Roosters have had 10 errors to the Rabbitohs 4. The Roosters have conceded 7 penalties to the Rabbitohs 4. The ruck infringements are 2-0 and on reports 2-0. I'm telling you, if the Roosters could sort their shit out in regards to the drop balls and the errors, they win this game 13 plus. I tipped the Rabbitohs to win this game well. But if the Roosters sort their shit out with their loose carries and their mistakes to be quite literally a 50% completion rate, at 53%, if they knock the ball on the first set of this second half, they go to exactly 8 from 16, 50% completion rate, which is wild. So I'm telling you, I could still see the Roosters win this game. I could also see the Rabbitohs run away with this 13 plus if they can sort their attack out. But the Rabbitohs have not been good at all. And the Roosters have been very good defensively, but every time they have the ball, they drop it. So, shit. I don't know how to really call it here. I tipped the Rabbitohs before the game. I don't know. I think the Roosters should have the ability to win this game if the game continues the same way, because I think the Rabbitohs are missing Jamie Humphries massively. I think they're missing him massively. So, I don't know, man. I'm going to run off to the bathroom here, guys, while it is half-time. I think those chips have smacked me down. So I'm going to run to the bathroom. Hit that like button and subscribe. Keep talking in the chat. Let me know your thoughts about all the stats that I mentioned, and also let me know your thoughts on the game so far. And I'll be back in just a few moments. It was muted, so no, you did not, Mr. J. Kane. It was muted. Damn, those spicy chips, they got me. They got me. Don't bring a lighter with you. Settle down. Settle down, real fan sorts. Cricket Jones, which side's the bigger side? It looks like the Roosters have bigger bodies in most positions. Good question. Let me have a look at the team list here. Lindsay Collins, a big boy. Navahu White, big boy. Connor Watson, small-ish. Like, small for... He's a hooker, so it's normal. Angus Crichton. I'm going to get a cry for help. Seek help. Angus Crichton's a big bopper. Siwa Wong. I wouldn't say Siwa Wong and Nat Butcher are kind of that like bulky size that you're probably referring to here. For the Rabbitohs, you've got Tavita Tola bulky, Sean Kepi bulky, Peter Mazzella smaller Watson in that sense. Kolomatangi, I wouldn't say he's like bulky, but he's similar on the Crichton size. Jai Arrow's probably on the slightly smaller bulky side. Hubner's bulky. So I'd say if you're talking bulky, I'd take probably the Rabbitohs with Tavita Tola, Sean Kepi, and Lachlan Hubner. And then for the Roosters, you've got Lindsay Collins, Nafahu White. I'd say bulky-wise, there's only 2 for the Roosters forwards there. But bulky-wise for the Rabbitohs, it's probably 3. So I'd say Rabbits in that regard. 6 and 7, you're not even looking at for that side. But bulky-wise, Latrell Mitchell's realistically the only... By the way, I haven't even noticed Mikaele Ravalawa in this game. Has Mikaele Ravalawa done anything? Let's have a look at his stats. Mikaele Ravalawa has had 6 runs and 42, so not great. I haven't even noticed those 6 runs. 1 tackle break, and defensively, Cody Walker's 3 tackles made for 4 missed tackles. Wow. Mikaele Ravalawa hasn't made a tackle. He is gone. It's not his fault, but he's not been... They're trying to go down Latrell Mitchell's side for sure. That's 100%. Damn, Cody Walker's play the ball speed's 2.32. That's really speedy. That is really, really speedy. Evan Sixers, have you seen the play the balls in opposition 20? It's actually crazy. Oh, it'll be like 50 to 10 or something like that. Or something. I'll have a look. Actually, no, I can't even see. That number won't be on here. What is it? I'm taking a guess at like... I'll take a guess at 60 to 10. Like, I don't think the Roosters have been there much at all. I think the Rabbitohs have been there a lot. Jay says he's being held hostage in a call centre. At least the new call centre is pictured on the wall. Dear me. Brenton says I can hear the cry for help. Did you save? Did you save some for Aguero? He wants $300. You guys are sick. You're sickos. Was that Robbo Wayne or Blaze delivering this? Oh, Robbo Wayne or Blaze delivering the spray. Well, am I wrong in regards to anything that I said at halftime stats wise? Well, Davin Mawali played tonight on bench. Davin Mawali's played for 16 minutes of the game, bro. Davin Mawali's already been on. Or are you making a joke or something? But he's done nothing. 6 runs for 28 metres is horrific for a forward. That's really bad. And only 6 post-contact metres through 6 runs is really bad. He's had a tackle break, which is at least something. Defensively, he's made 6 tackles for no miss, so that's impressive. But through his 16 minutes, like otherwise, you need to do a lot more tackles, but he's only played 16. But attacking-wise, David Wiley, 6 runs for 50 metres now, is still really poor. OKC, UFC, KFC, Titans by 6. I agree. All right, second half is about to start here. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Oh, boy. So F and 6, what is how many play the balls in the opposition 20 comparison? I've gone to guess at like roughly 60 Rabbitohs, 10 Roosters, because the Roosters haven't been there much. Andrew says, yes, you are wrong. Why? Because I want to be different. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not different, and I'm telling you that you're wrong. I'm telling you that you're wrong, and I'm not different. I'm on the same wavelength as 8 billion other people in this planet. Ravalawa was the reason Dom took the intercept. Ravalawa was the reason Dom took the intercept? Sorry? Dom took the intercept because of a kick through that bounced off a player and then went to Dom Young. What are you talking about? I really do think the Rabbitohs attack has surely stunted based on the fact they lost Jamie Humphries. But with that being said, the second man up mentality, Jaden Sullivan's not doing the job for him. He's just not. He's just simply not doing the job for him in comparison. All right, Rabbitohs coming out onto the field. Give me 1 second here, guys. Yikes. Gee whiz. I heard a commentator blame Ravalawa and I ran with it. Are you talking about for the kick through that bounced off of the Roosters players? I think it was maybe... I can't remember who the Rooster player was, but it bounced off his legs and then went into Dom Young. Yeah, Dom's on the other side. Yeah, I don't know what Andrew's talking about. Salted, Fitpax is yay the Rabbitohs. I wouldn't be too happy with this right now. There is absolutely a chance the Roosters could absolutely win this game, considering that they've got a 50% completion rate or only down by 2. Like, I wouldn't say this is good for the Rabbitohs at all right now. Let's see if the Roosters can actually complete their first set, otherwise they go to 50%. I know maybe my hot dog was laced with drugs. I'm going to assume that one, Andrew. But the Rabbitohs start with the ball, 10 metres out from their own line. Sediva Havili gets the ball now to the 18. Second tackle. I think I'm going to lay down and sleep. Very good idea. Very, very good idea. Third tackle now at the 25 for the Rabbitohs. Real Fan Sports, are you still here, by the way? What game did you say that... Or have you decided what IPL game we're doing yet? So, guys, I'm going to jump on an IPL stream, considering it's on my time zone. I'm not doing it here. I'm going to do it on his channel, though. So, fifth tackle. And the Rabbitohs at the 45. They give it off to Latrell Mitchell, who's playing... Is he playing more of a half role now, Trill? Is he? Okay. He was the first receiver there, and he's the one who kicks it. Is he playing the kicking game? Jag will be devastated. Why would Jag be devastated? What's that got to do with Jag? Okay, Blake Steep, he'll be 42 metres out and then gets romped back to the 35. Good work there with the Rabbitohs to bring him back. What's Jag got to do with the video with Real Fan Sports? I'm doing it on Tuesday, Joe. Robert says, I'm literally jumping on the Dragons podcast on Tuesday. Their podcast. I do it all the time for him. I thought he was put in centre. So he was in the centre the first half, but then now he's like, he received the ball in the middle of the field. So unless he's doing the kicking game, so he's coming in for the kicking. But he definitely has been playing the centre throughout the game. But it's just that he's playing a lot more centralised too. So second tackle at the 15. Hey, at least the Roosters got through the completed set. So they'll go up to what, 57% completion rate? Unbelievable, Roosters. Well done. Unreal. I'm coming to that podcast and asking random questions all stream. I only do like 10 minutes of it. So we just do like some talk about the team that they're playing, the Titans and whatnot. And then I tell them that we're going to win and we're going to whoop them. And then we usually lose. And that's kind of how the podcast goes every single time. So fifth tackle, and the Rabbitohs will kick this one down to Tedesco at the 5. And now he's going to get this ball taken down at the 30. I'm just checking something on the phone. Now Dom Young to the 35. Cody Walker is off the field, so they don't have Jamie Humphries or Cody Walker on the field. So you're probably going to have to put Trell into the 5'8". Well, Jaden Sullivan maybe pushes to the 7. They lost the ball, goes backwards. Roosters are away here. Angus Crichton. He's taken down. He might be able to get the offload away. He hasn't. And now he's taken down to the 30. Now he's taken down to the 30. Ooh, let me fix that. There we go. You could have argued it came out backwards because it came off a Rabbitoh there, but no. Out to Tedesco, then to Robert Toya. Toya, 15 metres out from the line. If they start completing sets, I genuinely believe that they win. If they start completing sets. And now it's going to be Blake Steep, fifth tackle. Haven't been a great deal impressed with Blake Steep. If that's how it goes all the time, I want to be there. It's a knock on there for Roosters. And the Rabbitohs, Jai Gray, taking up the 5. Robbo, that's not how it's going to go next week, buddy. No, that's not how it's going to go next week. Damn, first tackle. Rabbitohs are really struggling in the opening part of the second half. Now Ravalawa to the 12 on second tackle. Brenton says no Cody either. Why? I don't know. They haven't said it. So there's no Cody Walker on the field, no Jamie Humphries. So who's playing their halves? Jaden Sullivan has to be in the halves. I feel like it must be... They must put Trell... Or maybe Jack Whiten they push, because he's a 5'8" at the Raiders. Maybe they put Jack Whiten there? I don't know. I would assume because Trell's playing kicking game that he probably moves into the halves. Yeah, so Trell is definitely the kicker. He will kick that one down deep. That's a good kick, but Dom Young will catch it at the 20. Roosters were very much ready for that. They spread it out to the left. Boshka! Daniel Tupou crunched by Ravalawa. Why throw the ball backwards there? But then Dom Young is going to sprint back out to the right-hand side. And then why is he running backwards? But now he's away. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's happening here. They could move back there. I just want to see who's playing where in replacement. Because there's a guarantee that Sullivan's playing, but he originally came in... Oh, he would have come in at 7. Not that I think he's a 7. Connor Watson now with the ball. Connor Watson gets the offload away, and then they get crunched out to the 30. Roosters are all over him in this first 5 minutes here. And now it's James Tedesco. He will be able to get the offload away. He's still going to the left-hand side. They've got numbers here. They've got numbers galore. That's a deserved try too, and the Roosters will score to make it 10-8 with a kick to come. And so I'm saying if they were able to hold the ball after that first half, they win this game, and they win this game 13 plus if they play like this. If they played like this, the Roosters will win this game 13 plus on the basis they had a 53% completion rate, and yet they were only down by 2 points to the Rabbitohs, who had 60-odd possession in the first half. So the Roosters will score here, and it will be 10-8 with a kick to come. Tough kick to make. But, you know, this is what it is. This is what it is. And it was good running from the Roosters. Good offloads, good moving. Good moving and grooving, mate. Good moving and grooving there. And Billy Smith scored a try on return. Unfortunately, Billy Smith does have a bit of an injury curse, but when he does play, he's a solid player. Showing the halves. Well, that's what I was thinking, because especially considering it's a kicking game, he has to be in the halves. Robert says, nice little roll on there. The Roosters finally keep possession and get a try. But, so I was saying after time, they keep possession, they can win this game 13 plus and absolutely pump them. They can absolutely pump them if they can keep this possession going. There's no way that there should be any reason the Roosters were only down by 2 despite a 53% completion rate and 40% of the ball. But tough kick here from the sideline. It is still only a 2-point game. And with the Rabbitohs being without both of their halves in Cody Walker and Jamie Humphreys, they're in a real tough wicket at the moment. Real tough wicket. I would just love to know why. I would love to know why Cody Walker and Jamie Humphreys are out, but the commentary hasn't spoken about it. 16, gone to left centre, Trell to 6. You're saying 16 has gone to left centre? Well, 16 is Blake Steep. Front rowers gone to left centre? So they're going to miss the kick, so we'll say a 2-point game. If I was to push someone in centre, or they're spewing that... here we go. Confirmation, Cody Walker. Cody Walker's out for the rest of the game. Hamstring tightness. Damn. So hamstring tightness for Cody Walker. So he is gone for the game. Yes, he plays for the Roosters, Mitchell. He's talking about Tallis Duncan. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Because I was about to suggest that Tallis Duncan does go to... He is a back rower, so you'd probably push him there, and he makes sense. His body isn't exactly like a bulky style. So, yeah, I would agree with that. I don't think they moved Trell yet. They would have had to have moved Trell. Otherwise, tell me who their 5'8 is. If they haven't moved Trell, then who's their 5'8? Maybe he's playing defensively in the centre, and then he's going back into the centre for back into the halves for the attack. Because Trell is still out here defending on the left. So maybe I would assume that they're putting Tallis Duncan in for the defence through the middle because he's more of a back rower. And then they're switching between Trell and Tallis Duncan when they're getting into the attack so that Trell's in the halves. And then you're putting Tallis Duncan in centre. That's probably what they're playing like. Tedesco gives it out to Fiketti. And Fiketti is 45 metres away here from his own line. Fit tackle. Yeah, Ravalawa might be injured here too. Jeez, the Rabbitohs are going down like flies at the moment. Nelson says, got to bet the Roosters now with the injuries to the Rabbitohs. It's a good bet, but they would be favourites now considering they're leading. Ravalawa comes off the field, man. God bless him. Dude, the Rabbitohs are going down like flies. They're going to have no bench soon. No Cody Walker, no Jamie Humphreys, and now no Ravalawa. They've got one player on the bench. If they get another injury, they are down to 0 on the bench for the rest of the game. And then if they get another injury, then they have nobody who can come in. So Rabbitohs now 4 tackle here at the 45. Damn. Rabbitohs are in all sorts. I don't know if it would take a miracle nearly for them to win the game with no halves. So now Trell puts it up. Basic enough kick. Oh, Tedesco actually drops it, but it goes backwards. Goes backwards and then brings it out here to the 10. Rolls out. At least we've had 3 close games to start the round off. Raiders Sharks was a super close one. There was a try in the last few seconds for the Raiders to win. The Panthers and Cowboys was a super close one. And the Rabbitohs and Roosters was a super close one. So the Cowboys were underdogs, the Raiders were underdogs, and the Roosters were also underdogs. So we may see 3 upsets to start the round here if the Roosters going to win this game. Crichton taking down at 33. He is warming into this game. 30 minutes to go of the game. Hit that like button and subscribe. Good running from Connor Watson. He brings it out to the 45. You could see 3 upsets to start the round, which I hate as a team that is my team is favourite this week. The year of upsets. Yeah, AFL's getting a lot of them too. AFL's getting a few too. We're getting more, I'd say. I would say we're getting more. Oh, Dom Young, good tackle. I would say the reason why the NRL is better in that regards is because there's no like clear leader in the NRL right now. There's no clear leader at all. Every team has question marks, and the teams that I'd put a line through would be Eels and Dolphins, but I wouldn't put a line through the Panthers yet, but they are getting close. They are getting close. It's too early. It's too early, but they're really getting close to the line. Fit tackle now at the 40. I guess I need to see how they play with Edwards back in that fullback role. 40-20 attempt here from the Rabbitohs. That will sit up. That's going to sit up. Yeah, good kick there from Trell. Rabbitohs don't even look like they want to get him down. That was lazy line there from the Rabbits. About to go 0-3 in my tips. I think everyone is, well, most people are, unless you support a team that's won this round so far. I tipped the Sharks, I tipped the Panthers, and I tipped the Rabbitohs. So, yeah, I'd be 0-3 too. And Tedesco, he'll be taken down to the 35. Tana says, after that Roosters game, I've just tipped him. Yes, Ravalawa's gone into the sheds. After that Roosters game, I've just tipped against them every game and it's paid off. But didn't you tell me you tipped the Roosters in this game? Or did you tip the Rabbitohs as well? But you just wanted the Roosters to win. And good tackle there from Peter Mamazelis. He just wraps up Sandon Smith at the 50. Fit tackle. And they give it off to Chad Townsend. Down into the corner where it's going to be Isaiah Tass. So who's playing on the wing now? I think Jack Whiten has been pushed out into the wing. Here we go. Curse of the hamstring for South Sydney. Ravalawa is also a hamstring. And Cody Walker. So they're all hamstrings. Humphreys, Cody Walker, and Ravalawa are all hamstrings. So who will get pushed out to the wing there? They've called held there. Damn, so you would have to assume that Sullivan's the 7, Latrell's the 6, will switch with Duncan defensively and offensively, and then 40-20 attempt here from Trell. There's no one back there, there's no one back there, and I think it's out in the full. Yep, too big. Out in the full, so Roosters get the ball at the attacking 40. You'd have to assume Jack Whiten gets pushed to the wing, and then they move another back rower into the centres. Maybe you're putting Koloa Matangi into the centres, and then maybe you bring in Davi Mawali as a back rower, or are you pushing? You'd have to maybe put shit. I don't know what the Rabbitohs are doing, dude. They got players everywhere. AFL had Richmond not go into the team win a game. They have 12-year-olds on their roster. How's Geelong going? How's Geelong going right now? So second tackle at the 15. They're against up the mighty Roosters. Like, I think that this is a really... I think both teams have got a lot of questions to ask themselves, but the Rabbitohs have excuses in the second half with all their injuries. With that being said, though, like the Roosters were only down by 2 in the first half. Maybe if Jamie... There's so many questions about this game. I don't know if this tells us much about these two teams, especially not the Rabbitohs. Roosters have still struggled, but have been the better. See what won't to Dom Young. He will score in the corner. So it will be Roosters to 14-8 with a kick to come. The Roosters have to win this game 13 plus from here. I feel like this game has told me more about the Rabbitohs in the first half than it has about the Roosters, but the Roosters are still going to be down the bottom area of the table, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. There's no way for me that this team makes the 8. If this team makes the 8 from here, they can win this game. I just don't see enough in them to make the 8 this year above other teams. I just don't. But they should win this game 13 plus. They should. Based on the fact they're only down by 2, but they had a basically 50% completion rate at half time. But the Rabbitohs have got no attack because 1, they have no halfback, and 2, now they don't have a 5'8", and also lost the wingers. Their whole team is shuffled. The Roosters should end up winning this game by a canter. They should win this game by 20 plus. From here, they should. Don't worry, Auckland FC is on top of the league. Literally no one cares about the A-League. War Crime says, up the Mighty Saints. Up the Mighty Saints? Huh? Mitchell says it's going to be a sad trip settling for South fans tomorrow. Still time here, but Walker will bring us to the 8. Relying a lot on a guy who is coming back from an ACL. Relying a lot. There's no way that this is classified as a fantastic performance here by the Roosters. They're going to get over the line in the end, and they're going to probably win this game comfortably, but there's... And I missed the kick, so it's still only a 6-point game. Still only a 6-point game. I care more about the second division than the A-League. How are you doing since that game? Skungle says, did you see New Zealand qualify for the next World Cup? Because you're playing teams like Fiji and Tahiti. That's why you've got a guaranteed qualification to the World Cup because you're in Oceania. Australia used to be in Oceania and we beat the American Samoans like 35-0. 35-0, Samantha. That's why we left Oceania to test ourselves over in Asia and we're still qualifying every time. There's no guarantee we actually qualify this time. It's actually really difficult, but we should qualify. We should. But the reason why New Zealand qualifies is because Oceania, based off of the bigger competition for the World Cup, has been guaranteed one playoff spot. Has been guaranteed one spot. You're taking on teams like Fiji and the Solomon Islands and whatnot. Like Niue. Whilst Australia's taken on Japan, Saudi Arabia. Rabbitohs going to take them over the sideline. Japan, Saudi Arabia, Iran. Like these kind of Asian teams. Korea, South Korea and whatnot. Like these are the teams we're playing. Whilst you're playing in bloody Nuku'alofa. Good movie, that 35-0 game. Yeah, I spoke to Archie Thompson about it. We had him on for a chat on a podcast once. We were talking to Archie about it. We beat Saturday, we were in. Yep, penalty to the Roosters at the 40. Penalty to the Roosters. Angus Crichton milked the shit out of that, but it is a penalty. Could be a bit of Trell's back attitude here. Manly suffer from it with Turbo. I think the Rabbitohs have suffered here from the fact that, 1, they're not as good as their record suggests, but also 2, Jamie Humphries went out in the first 10 minutes, so they lost all their attack with their halfback going missing, and he's been really good for them this year. Cody Walker hasn't stood up this year at all, but he also is out for the rest of the game, and they've had too much shuffling here, and it's just the attack has been super stunted. I think the Roosters' defence has been fine, but neither one of these two teams are coming out fantastic from this game, in my opinion. You'd just rather have the 2 points. So if you win the game, you'd just rather have the 2 points. But neither team is really coming out of it. So second tackle at 22. Ill soccer. Bro, grow up. Honestly, grow up, dude. Third tackle now at the 15. If we beat Saudi, we'll be cheering. Out to the right, Tedesco, and that's going to be Rabbitohs. He's going over the sideline. Yep. That's well done. Oh, well done with the Roosters to get the ball back inside. Wow. Tedesco now has the ball at the 15. They might score here, the Roosters. Nope, 9 metres away. 4 tackle. Blake Steep rolls it back to Connor Watson. Connor Watson off to Sandon Smith. It's 2-on-2. They should be able to cover this, and they do. 3 metres out, fit tackle. 3 metres out, fit tackle. Daniel Tupou to Chad Townsend. Chad Townsend with a... Oh! Not a bad kick in the end. It was kind of awful, but it wasn't. Like, it actually nearly ended up being a try. And now it looks like Connor Watson might be grabbing at his leg. Jeez, what's with the injuries in this game? God bless him. So it was his first World Cup in New Zealand was in. We lost all games. Second World Cup, drew all games. This will be our third, and if we continue the pattern, we win all games. Skunkel, how about this one, mate? How about this one? If you win all games and you win the World Cup for New Zealand, I will give you my YouTube channel and I will throw myself out a window. How about that one? There is negative 70% chance. So you reckon New Zealand's beaten Brazil and Argentina, do you? You reckon New Zealand's beaten Germany? When was the last time New Zealand beat the Socceroos? When was the last time New Zealand beat the Socceroos? Also, you know what's crazy about that? Is that New Zealand drew all those games and still didn't make it out of the group. Jay Kane says, Rabbits only are suffering because I put a bet on. My luck sucks. No, everyone has backed the Rabbits here pretty much. When they weren't shagging sheep, never. Oh my god. Third tackle for the Rabbitohs. They go to the left-hand side. It's going to be Keon Kolomatangi. Gets away from one. Gets away from two. Nearly a high tackle call against Chad Townsend, but it's fine. Jai, great. Gives it off here to Trell and then to Sean Kepi. Really weak play that. Chris Wool going to be the player of the World Cup. Is that the only player in New Zealand you know without Google? I'm going to take a bet at yes. All right, so they whack this ball into the corner where it should be James Tedesco who comes across and grabs it, and he does. Look at the weak line the Rabbitohs are putting up. They're not even trying to chase the ball, and that's why Tedesco's away. Tedesco bum action. It always happens. It always happens. There's the Tedesco moon. There's the Tedesco moon. It always happens. He loves getting his bum out for the NRL world to see, dude. I've never seen a player lose his pants more than Tedesco. Crichton throws the ball all the way back, and now they lose meters and go to the 25. So second tackle now for the Roosters at 28. I know the Auckland FC, lads. Brother, please, move on from this topic. No one cares. No one cares about Auckland FC, dude. Or the A-League for that matter, really. I used to until the league was ruined. Fourth tackle now at the 45. They give it off to Nat Butcher. Craig Howard says, come on, Bunnies. Lindsay Collins goes off the field. Come on, Bunnies. Do it for Kim and Kelly. Fair enough. Get around them Bunnies fans. It's going to be it'll be a miracle for the Rabbitohs to win this considering their injuries. And considering that even with their full, like their plays at the start, they were struggling attacking-wise. So first tackle, 20 minutes to go of the game. It's still only a 6-point game. Hit that like button and subscribe. Comment in the chat who you think wins. Do the Rabbitohs win? Or do the Roosters find a way to get over the line? 20 minutes left. So the Rabbitohs at the 30. Again, it's only 6 points. Penalty to the Rabbitohs. They need that. They need that badly. They need that really badly. Roosters have been the much better team since half-time. This game does not make sense. How do the Roosters look way fresher than the Rabbitohs? How does that not make sense when the Rabbitohs have one man on the bench because they've lost 3 players in the game due to injury? That's why the Roosters look way fresher than the Rabbitohs, because the Rabbitohs have 3 men down, so they're playing extra minutes in positions that they're not normally in. So the Rabbitohs, I get what you're trying to get at in regards to possession of the first half, but look at the injuries for the Rabbitohs. They're having to put 2 back rowers into the centres at the moment. Taylor Duncan's playing out in the left centre. Trell's not playing centre. He's into the attacking halves combo. And they even lost Ravalawa on the wing too. And they've got Jai Arrow playing out there in the centre. I'm pretty certain on the right centre. No, it's Hubner actually. It's Hubner playing in that right centre role. 4th tackle here, 18 metres away from the line. Rabbitohs only down by a converted try. Here we go. Rabbitohs 10 metres away from the line. 5th tackle. Tavita Totola. 8 metres out. Mamazelos on 5th. Here we go, Trell. Trell kicks it through. Oh, Tallis Duncan, I think, touched it. I think this is going to be Roosters' ball at 20. Yep, it is. Tallis Duncan touched it. Otherwise, that was going to be a dropout because Dom Young knocked it. Wow, Tallis Duncan unfortunately touched that ball. Otherwise, that would have been Rabbitoh's ball from a dropout. Oh, he's just had a big swipe at it. If he got the swipe and hit it, it would have been a dropout. Yeah, Dom Young's very lucky there. If Talis Duncan was a lot more thought process, he would have actually caught that and scored. But he just was assuming Dom Young was going to connect with it and was going to go out for the dropout. Connor Watson now comes off the field. So that must mean that Zach Docker-Clay. Zach Docker-Clay comes on. Sandon Smith off to Angus Crichton. And Crichton, third tackle, 33 metres away from the line. Considering how this week has gone so far, it wouldn't surprise me for the Rabbitohs to score. But I really feel like the Roosters should have put this game to bed. I really feel like they should have put this game to bed. Left-hand side, Tedesco kicks it through. Really nice kick, and it'll be a dropout. But Trell's really good at these short dropouts, so let's see what he does here. Trell is really good at these little dropouts here. Give me 1 second here, guys. Eric me. Yikes. Don't scoff chips, kids. That is not going to go 10 metres, that from Trell. Or maybe. Oh! Rabbitohs got it! It went 10! Oh my gosh, Roosters. The bounce just keeps going past the 10, and the Rabbitohs ended up getting the short dropout again. And it's a penalty to the Rabbitohs. Oh, that's a throwaway for the Roosters. That is a throwaway. The ball luckily bounced over the 10. The Rabbitohs dived on it. They get the ball, and they now get the penalty. Damn, that is so unlucky for the Roosters. That is so unlucky. From 1 metre out, that ball bounced over. Oh, I would argue that actually didn't go to 10. I would argue there was still ball short there. That was really close. It's 50-50 though. Like it could have grazed the line effectively, which is Rabbitohs' ball, which is what they'd probably call. But it did kind of look like he went back for it. But with that being said, it's 50-50 call. I'm okay with it. Second tackle now for the Rabbitohs at the 50. I did tell you guys that Trell is really good at these short dropouts. Well, he's also been really lucky with two of them, to be fair. Jai Gray steps. And now they're 35 metres away from the line, third tackle. Nope, 45 metres away. Tavia Totola, now he's 35 out. How many midgets do these teams need? Gee whiz. Fourth tackle. That's an unreal comment. The Rabbitohs are away! They're going to score! Jai Gray! Oh, to the post! It's going to be a tie game! Woo! Wow, out of nowhere, and that all comes off the incredibly lucky bounce, the lackluster effort from the Roosters to grab the ball, and the Rabbitohs will score under the post. It is 14-12 with a kick to come, and the Rabbitohs will kick it, you'd assume, to make it 14-14. I don't think either team is coming out of this game looking the goods. I'll be honest with you. I don't think either team is coming out looking the goods. So that's why you take the 2 points and run. Whoever wins, Rabbitohs or Roosters, you take the 2 points and you run with it as hard and as fast as you can, because I don't think either team's played well here. But the Rabbitohs with a great breakthrough. Rabbitohs have more excuses, though, than the Roosters do. The Roosters should have been putting this game to bed. They should have put this game to bed. But that's a great run from Jaden Sullivan right through the line, and he gets the ball back into Jai Gray. I still think Jaden Sullivan might have been able to score there. I really do. I think he might have been able to do over Tedesco, but the right play was to pass it, and Jai Gray following up nicely, and that's why he's the fullback. Olivia Reed with $8 donation. Get around you, Olivia. Says, I had a little snail. I named him Tiny Tim. He liked the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank the water and ate the soap, and now he's sick. Thank you, Olivia, for the $8 poem. Appreciate that. Really don't understand it, but sure. Get around Tiny Tim. Get around Tiny Tim. But all right, 14-14 with 15 minutes to go. Comment in the chat right now. Who wins this game? Is it the Rabbitohs? Is it the Roosters? This is a big rivalry. Both have looked pretty bad, but whoever wins, you take the 2 points and you skip bloody damn well so far that you never look back. Even if you look back, you can't see it. That's how far you should be running. The Rabbitohs are to win this game. They would go into equal first. But they would definitely be, they'd still more than likely be below the Warriors, unless if they win this game by 10 points or more, they actually go above the Warriors. If they lose this game, then there's a chance they drop far off. The Roosters, they would go above the Panthers. Panthers would go to third last. Deary me. Deary me. This is oh damn! I just refreshed the wrong one. All right, so it's going to be the Rabbitohs with the ball right now. Second tackle at their own 22. It's crazy to think the Rabbitohs would be equal first with a win here. It really would be crazy. Hillbilly says, I reckon defending teams should be able to play the ball before it goes 10 as long as they are back 10 when it's kicked. No, that's unfair. No, I disagree. No, it's unfair because then it allows the... I get where you're coming from, but no, that means that if the ball doesn't go 10 and it bounces backwards, that team can then effectively just dive on top of the ball and score the try without the Rabbitohs being able to do anything. This is a penalty, Rabbitohs. This is a penalty, Rabbitohs. No? I think that should have been a penalty against the Roosters there for a hit on the kicker. Surprised they didn't call that. It's the first tackle of the Roosters. It's starting to amp up now. 14-14, 13-30 to go. Steep and Faggy need to come back on. I can't believe the Rabbitohs have been able to score considering that they have no R's and they've lost their winger. Like, I can't believe it considering. Well done, Jaden Sullivan, to make that breakaway. Who I guess is a half, but he's not their starting half. War crimes, we want the Rabbitohs to lose. No. If you're good enough, you finish high enough. I don't really care who wins. At the end of the day, if the Titans lose the Dolphins tomorrow, it tells you everything you need to know. It's got nothing to do with that. This is round 5, bro. Like, honestly, who cares who's winning? Hillbilly 2 says, if you don't kick it 10 on the fall, that on you. No, I disagree. I disagree with this call. I disagree with this call. First tackle. There's no way you should be allowed to just score a free try because the ball didn't go 10 metres. There's absolutely no chance in the world that ever happens. There's no chance. The ball could bounce backwards from going to 10. Like, I understand that you're trying to say give the advantage. Like, there's no world this makes sense. There is absolutely no world this makes sense. You're effectively saying, oh, that's a 40-20. That's out in the full. There's so many out in the full today. Anyway, long story short, I vehemently disagree with your thought process on that. I vehemently, strongly disagree with that. But 12 minutes and 20 seconds to go, still 14-14. Dazmate says equal first. That's like a wannabe first. Yeah. yeah, sure. Hilby says if you don't kick a 10... Oh, that's already read that comment. Disagree. So, Roosters ball here at the 40. Negan says Trell rusty. Trell's definitely rusty. But then again, the Roosters, Sandon Smith and also Chad Townsend have both kicked the ball out in the fall here today as well. So, first tackle here at the 35. That's what I'm saying. In the first 12 minutes of the game, the Roosters have kicked the ball out in the fall twice. Nafahu White. So who kicks the field goal? Chad Townsend's got a field goal in, maybe. Sandon Smith. Rabbitohs. Trell Mick can kick one from 40 out, but he's rusty, as Negan's just said. It'd be interesting. But Trell would be the guy you'd give it to. That's forward. That's a forward pass from the Roosters. Hello? Everyone looks at the referee. Even Crichton knew that was forward. They've called play on. And 6 again. Oh, Adam G, that's wrong. Oh, Adam G, that's wrong. That was a forward pass. Even the Roosters knew it, and they didn't even call it. Even the Roosters knew that. Walker-Arms is flat. Angus Crichton looked at the referee full well knowing it was forward, man. It was not flat. So the Roosters go out of the back. James Tedesco, he's away. He gets that ball over to Dom Young. Dom Young over the sideline. No, he stays in. Forward pass now, Adam G. Wow, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. That's your flat right there. Ball don't lie. Forward pass to Dom Young. So it's going to be Rabbitohs ball to 10. Ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Tedesco... Ooh, that was more flat. That makes up for the previous call. That was more flat than the previous one that should have been forward. Yeah, exactly right. Brandy's saying, I don't think that's forward, but the previous one was definitely forward. I can't see the game. Well, then why are you trolling with a stupid comment like saying flat if you're not even watching the game? Dazmate says, so party on the stream tomorrow, 1 week for the... Yeah, good call, Jay. Just remove that shit. War crimes, don't be stupid, bro. We're trying to commentate the game here, and I look for your opinions and whatnot. If you're not watching the game, then don't go against what we are watching. That's going to be a knock-on here for the Rabbitohs. That's going to be a knock-on here for the Rabbitohs with 10 minutes to go here of the game. They can challenge it, but the Roosters are going to get an attacking opportunity. They will challenge it here. I think Isaiah Tass is feeling like it. I feel like he knows that he's knocked this ball on. Adam G's saying he's trying to pull out of the tackle and he loses it. All right, so it's Zach Docker Clay on top with Chad Townsend there too. No, that's a strip. No, that's a strip. No, that's a strip. That's a penalty to the Rabbitohs. That's a strip. Yep. That's a correct challenge there for the Rabbitohs, and it will be a penalty to the Rabbitohs. Yeah, he comes underneath and flicks it out. If that hand was able to be hidden underneath, he might have got away with that one, but that's a pretty obvious and clear penalty. So Rabbitohs will get the penalty, and they'll kick this ball to the 38 on their own side of the field. There's no doubt that was a penalty. All right, here we go. 10 minutes left. Rabbitohs with the ball at 10. I'm more confident in the field goal kicker for the Rabbitohs than I am for the Roosters, but he does have question marks based on his time out. They go out to Sean Keppie, and Sean Keppie's going to be 45 out. Second tackle. They will be in prime position for Trell to have a crack. They will be, or maybe Sullivan kicks it. I don't know, but I think you'd have to give it a Trell. He's kicked 40s before. He's kicked 2-point field goals before. Or do you just go for the try here? Forward tackle. You're in position to still score a try. You don't want to give away a 7-tackle set right now either. Trell Mitchell underneath to Keon Kalamatangi, and they're 22 metres out. Do you go for the field goal? But if you miss it, it's a 7-tackle set. I wouldn't do it. Mamazelis, it's fit tackle. That's 4-tackle, sorry. Now they're 10 metres out. I don't think go for the field goal unless you guarantee there's still a long time to go, and you don't want to give away a 7-tackle set. Left-hand side here, Trell flicks the ball all the way across. Trell over the Rabbitohs! Wow, that's an incredible pass there from Trell Mitchell. That is a fantastic pass from Latrell Mitchell. Makes it 18-14 with a kick to come. How he gets that ball over the top, that is insane. That is an insane how he's got that ball all the way over the top there, and they score on the wing. I want to see this replay of this try again. He's cut out 2 players there at the 10. I'm okay with it. I'm okay, but you could also... I would say it's fine. The hands are coming out the back. The hands are coming backwards. It gets the ball over the top of Dom Young. It's a risky play here. Oh, hold on. Let's check this. Forward. The rule is if the ball is coming out the back of the hands, it's okay. So does the ball go forward from where he passes it? Yes, but the hands are coming out the back. And that's why I'll say it's okay. But it is a very close call. But they will score here, the Rabbitohs, to make it 18-14 with a kick to come. Yeah, that is a fantastic pass, Creaky Joints. Fantastic pass. To cut 2 players out over the top and to avoid the intercept for Dom Young. You know what? I will say the Roosters have been losing. I think he's okay here. The Roosters have been losing games very similarly these last 2 weeks. They lost the game the exact same way to the Warriors as they did to the Titans. And then maybe the Rabbitohs here, but they're still looking at this. They're still looking at this with 7.5 minutes to go. This may not be a try just yet. Foot in. Oh, I think he's out. Or maybe not. That's really close. Yeah, try confirmed. It was really close. I would have liked to have seen a more zoomed in angle. I would have liked to have seen from the back though. You say it's a try, Sundo, but from the back, like the way he kind of the foot kind of it was close. No, they've called try confirmed, but it was very very close. I would have liked to have seen a closer angle, like a zoom in angle on it. Because I probably would have lent from that angle probably out, but they've called try confirm probably to avoid the 50-50 of it. Trell. Wow, that's a fantastic kick from Trell Mid. He's back. So it is 20-14 to the Rabbitohs here with 7:22 to go of the game. I'm confused. So what to make it understandable from their perspective, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I think what they're doing is that it was called a try. The call is extremely tight. So if we're probably going to get that excuse of, oh, we've got other angles that we don't get to see, which we should be able to get to see. I would lean with him probably touching the line there, but it's literally a laser beam on between his foot there. Or no, they have the short kick. That's gone. The 10 and come back. It's Roosters' ball. No, it's going to be penalty to the Rabbitohs. No, penalty Roosters. Well, I'd challenge that if I'm the Rabbits. I would have challenged that. Keep showing the centres, Lucas. He hasn't played the centres all game. Well, for the first 20-30 minutes he played centres, he's been playing the halves since then. Cody Walker going down injured. Jamie Humphries going down injured. Why is this a penalty to the Roosters, by the way? Or because it didn't go to 10 and that's why they touched it, maybe. He doesn't have any momentum, so how's it flow? Oh my gosh. Hillbilly, I'm starting to get the vibe that you literally just go against the norm here on the channel just for the sake of arguing. I'm starting to get this vibe. Truly. So the Roosters now at the 30. There's a reason why no one else besides you is focusing on that. There is literally a reason for it. If anything, I'd be looking towards the footy and bounds. I'm not looking at the pass because the hands, it's going out backwards. Look at his hands. It's as simple as that. So, James Tedesco, I'm not getting into this argument with you again, though, mate. 4th tackle here, 10 metres away from the line, 6 minutes to go. Seb Watson says, Chooks are actually awful at the injuries and they're behind. Well, I just can't believe that they're behind, considering that, the Rabbitohs have had to go to a makeshift halves pairing of Jaden Sullivan and Latrell Mitchell. Yeah, I meant more because of Jai Gray. Oh, Jai Gray absolutely is the fullback. I think that when fully healthy, Latrell is definitely centres now. Chad Townsend at the back to James Tedesco. They're 10 metres away. He kicks it back on the inside. Rabbitohs ball, Jai Gray. 5 minutes and 49 seconds to go here. It's a 6-point game to the Rabbitohs. Krieg joins his 12 comes in, clutch, the pass, then kick. That kick was really nice, how it was shaping out right and then just curves back onto the inside edge of the goalpost. So Jai Gray now, he'll get this ball to the 15, 3rd tackle. And missed half the game once again. Well, Robbo, I wouldn't say that missing half the game is a problem. I think that this is a good part of the game to tune into. Because most of this game has been pretty poor quality. And both these teams haven't done well at all. But whoever wins just takes the 2 points and runs. Because the Rabbitohs win this game, they still got equal first. Despite the fact how the hell they are there is beyond me. But if the Roosters win this game, they push the Panthers into the bottom 3. Which is just wild. Dasmate says, you're a Manly fan, you're in 3rd. I can't take it, anyone. That's not first. Seriously. Daz, you will take me seriously, and that's the end of it. Robert Toya, he'll get this ball here to the 40. I just get more interested when I disagree. Well, why, though? Why? Because there's no way you can disagree with the call of the ball coming out of the hands backwards, because it did. So what's the point of disagreeing in that case? So at the back of James Tedesco, he'll be taken down to the 35. 4 tackle, 4.5 minutes to go here. Rabbits still lead by 6. So you're saying you just disagree to be annoying someone. That's what I'm taking from that comment. That makes no sense. You're just disagreeing for the sake of it, is what that's saying. So Connor Watson gives it off to Sandon Smith. Tedesco following through. Maybe offside. Jai Gray comes through. Well done, Jai Gray. Well done. Still 4 minutes though, Roosters. Still 4 minutes here. Guys, hit that like button. Subscribe. Don't forget we'll be live for both the Titans and the Dolphins game tomorrow, plus also the Broncos and the Tigers. I'm probably going to skip out the Dragons Eels. But that's because we're going to do this like spicy thing, so I need to wait and to be able to go out because things don't really open too early here. Keon Kalamatangi to the 35, 4 tackle. Tasman says, for the first time in about 12 years, I can talk shit to every team. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. How about that? Yeah, but you can do that, Daz, but then you'll get slapped if they don't finish in first. If they don't win the comp, you get slapped. So now Trell Mitt, he will kick this ball with a grubber down to about the 15-18. And James Tedesco will bring it out here to the 30. Ooh, close to high tackle, but it's fine. 3:21 to go, first tackle. The Roosters have lost the game the same way 3 weeks in a row if they lose this game like this. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Rabbitohs get a breakaway try late on in the game with 3 minutes to go to seal it, like we've seen from the Titans and like we saw from the Warriors. The Roosters have been very similar in the way they've lost games, but the Roosters now, there's a chance to tie it down to the right-hand side. That's going to be Siwa Wong who throws it back into the centre. No Rabbitoh was able to grab it though, and the Roosters will be taken down at the 40, third tackle. The Roosters are pushing. The Roosters are pushing right now. They give it to Chad Townsend, then to Nat Butcher. Nat Butcher will get crunched at the 35. I got slapped when we got the first round exit last year when I wore a Dogs 2024 Premier shirt of that game. Did you really? Tedesco, Billy Smith, he's 20 metres out. 5th tackle, there's still 2.5 minutes to go here. So they'll still get another set here, the Roosters. But maybe they can get a repeat right now. Chad Townsend, you need to take a step up here. They put the kick up into the air. It's not a bad kick. It's in a good area. Can they knock it back? No, the Rabbitohs will grab it. Latrell Mitchell has been clutch in this game. He grabs this ball at the 5. Roosters, you will still get a full set of 6. You will still get a full set of 6. But the Rabbitohs, they've found a way. Oh, that's a high tackle. That's a penalty. No, apparently not. Second tackle now at the 6. Lucas, subtopic, but the Indian head massages are meant to be real good. I don't know if you're being serious or not. I don't know if you're being serious or not. So 4 tackle here at the... Oh, it's a strip. That's a penalty. What are you doing, Siwa Wong? You're already at 4th tackle. Why are you stripping the ball with 3 in the tackle? That's just silly. Now you're not going to get a full set. You'll be lucky to get a couple of tackles. It's going to be... They're going to challenge this, but it's the correct call here. Why is this being stripped when it's 4 tackle? They're only at their own, 30 metres, 35 metres. They're going to kick the ball next tackle, and then you're going to get the ball with a fresh full set of 6. You may have to go 80 metres, but whoop-de-doo, now it's going to be 3 tackles, and you're going to have to come from the same distance. There's 3 in the tackle, dude. There's 4 in the tackle here. Robert Toya there, he comes off, so there's still 3 in the tackle. It's close enough to him only dropping it himself, to be fair, but that's just silly from Siwa Wong. You've nearly handed the game to the Rabbitohs with that. And your actual head, not the other one. I'm just saying. So penalty Rabbitohs, 1:35 to go here. Roosters will be lucky to get 3 tackles. They're probably going to be aiming towards 2-3. David says, head from an Indian, might have to try that out. You definitely need help, Yusuko. You definitely need help. Alright, so the Rabbitohs here. Keon Kolomatangi, he'll get this ball here to the 50. That's a good run from Kolomatangi. Minute 14 to go. You could consider a field goal here, Rabbitohs, to seal it, but considering the fact that they're not going to get 7 tackles, so it doesn't matter. Second tackle here for the Rabbitohs. 42 metres out with 1 minute and 1 second to go here. It is such a dumb penalty, Lucas. It makes no sense why they would try and strip that ball out there. Absolutely no sense. Third tackle, 53 seconds left. Because of the half stink, Townsend needs to be dropped. I don't disagree with you, but also who do you bring in for him? A good run by Peter Mamazelis. 4th tackle at the 25. 40 seconds left. I would just go for I'd go for a field goal. What's the problem with it? What would be the problem with going for a field goal? You either ice it or it's a 7 tackle set with 20 seconds left. Who gives a shit about a 7 tackle set with 20 seconds left? Alright, so it's going to be Mamazelis on 5th. Why? Okay, sure. Take the tackle. There's 19 seconds left, and it's a switch over. 17, 16, 15, 14. Latrell's just holding the ball. Don't get penalised. 14 seconds left. You've got to go 95 metres here, Roosters. Nafahu Watt with a run-up play. Alright, here you go. You've got to try and break this around. You've got to find a way to go 87 metres here. Here we go. Don't bother kicking it. They give it off to Bill. Oh, they've thrown it over the sideline. The Roosters. You need new halves. Roosters, you need new halves. The Rabbitohs will go and win 20-14. It's a great win against all odds of losing your players here, Rabbitohs. For sure, Trell Mitchell was huge in his return game. I will say both of you didn't look great at all, but the Rabbitohs, to be able to win this game when you lost Jamie Humphries early, you lost Cody Walker through the game, you lost Mikhail Ravalawa through the game, the Rabbitohs were down to a man on the bench. They had to have Tallis Duncan in the centres, and they also pushed Lachlan Hubner out to the centres. They pushed Trell into the 5'8" position. They had Jaden Sullivan into the 7. So this is still an impressive win for the Rabbitohs on the second man-up mentality. But this, unfortunately, shows really bad signs for the Roosters, because they absolutely should have put this game to bed when they took the lead, but they've lost the same way for the last 3 weeks straight against the Warriors, the Titans, and now the Rabbitohs. The Roosters, they have a genuine opportunity to go into last place this week, because they've just lost by 6. They're on minus 56. They will go to minus 62. If the Dolphins were to beat my Titans tomorrow, the Dolphins have minus 36. They will automatically go above the Roosters, and they'll go in second last. The Eels are minus 86. So they're 24 points below the Roosters in the points differential. But, with that being said, it would need a miracle to beat the Dragons by 24 points. I don't think that's happening, but it's still only 24 points in comparison, right? So it's very worrying signs there for the Roosters. Rabbitohs now will go up into equal first place. They will go above the New Zealand Warriors. No, they won't. The Rabbitohs will go to third. No, so the Rabbitohs will go from -2 to +4, whilst the Warriors are on +8, and the Bulldogs are on +46. Bulldogs haven't played yet, obviously. Obviously, the Titans can still jump above them. The Broncos, Manly, the Storm, and that's it. Titans, Storm, Manly and the Broncos are the 4 teams that can still go above the Rabbitohs. But yeah, they will go into third position for the time being, and it's a big win against a rival. It is a big win against a rival, but I tell you, if you're a Roosters fan, you've got to be really worried, man. Negan says Townsend couldn't beat this halves-less team. Who do you put into the halves, though? Who do you put into the halves there for the Roosters? Because who's your backup? Because effectively, Chad Townsend is the backup to Sam Walker. So who's the backup to Chad Townsend? Because you've got no Luke Keary. Luke Keary's gone. Sam Walker's injured. You're relying upon Sandon Smith, who I don't think is that spectacular, and Chad Townsend. Chad Townsend didn't really make sense as a signing before the season started last year, but sure. And they've got no Sam Walker and Sandon Smith is just not that fantastic, and Chad Townsend is not great. So who do you put into your halves? I really don't know. I don't know what you do. I'm going to go have a look at the playlist here for the Roosters. Before we jump off, I'll go have a look at the playlist here for the Roosters. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow for a couple of games. So who's your top 30? It's just nothing, dude. Chad Townsend, halfback. Honestly, there is Toby Rodwell. I don't know anything about him. Toby Rodwell is a halfback. On the Roosters top 30, but and Reece Foley is a 5'8". I've never heard of either of these guys, to be fair. So, I don't know. The Roosters are in trouble, dude. The Roosters are in trouble. When will Sam be back? Not until like the back end of the year, man. Like 3/4 of the way through the season. Craigie joins us. Thanks for the commentary. Thanks for hitting the chips. Dude, I'm feeling it. But alright, guys, I'm going to jump off for now. I will probably skip out the Dragons-Eels game in the morning. But I will be live for the Titans versus the Dolphins. And then I will also be live for the Broncos versus the Tigers. There's a minuscule chance I do Dragons versus the Eels. But I'm probably going to go and buy some stuff so we can have a bit of fun on the stream tomorrow. See that thumbs up button, subscribe. Good first 3 games. Like, the first 3 games have all been super close, so hopefully that's the rest of the round, except for the Titans game, where the Titans win by 100. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya! See you later!